What's up, guys and gals? I'm your host, Mike P of the FPC Virtual Channel, and you're tuning in to a very intriguing and short live stream. I just wanted to show y'all folks some new stuff that I recently got into for Blender 2.8 beta, or Blender 2.80 beta. And it is something stemming from a previous version of Blender, which is Blender 2.79b. And it may not be something that everyone is familiar with or knows of or whatever. And this character I just created onto, or moved I should say, merged onto Blender 2.8 beta. And obviously, as you see, he's a photorealistic character, looks kind of human-like. And my goal is to animate him in the future. And I apologize to those who watched my previous session. It ended abruptly because my computer has issues and my live stream can cut off at any moment in time. So with no further ado, let's move on to what you came here to see. I just wanted to do this as an introduction, which would be to jump from my previous session to this session and back and forth, do that kind of thing. So you can see where I was at. So now moving on to the new session, which is why you came today. This Blender add-on is what I want to cover, known as the Blender MMD Tools, or also known as MMD Tools. Now, if y'all folks are not familiar with it, it's known as Miku Miku Dance, and the add-on for Blender, so you can get your characters to be utilized on Blender, but also not just to be utilized on Blender for Miku Miku Dance characters, but you can convert your characters into Miku Miku Dance characters, meaning if you have this sort of character that you see here, and this is just the object file or a FBX file, it really should have bones in it. If you want to use it on Miku Miku Dance, it can't really be a object file which doesn't have bones. So you want to have at least the FBX file or some sort of bones that's built into it. And you can use the add-on to convert the bone structure that you have as a FBX type, and or say you have a Make Human type of character and you built the bones from Make Human onto Blender using the add-on through Make Human. Maybe you use Make Human Exchange, the MHX2 add-on, to get the bones incorporated, which I have over here, MHX2 Runtime, which I talk about this every now and then throughout my videos covering Make Human and Blender. And this is something that is not really that advanced, but it's somewhat advanced compared to the average add-on that you may be using, because it has shape keys built into it. It has Vismes built into it for facial shape changes and stuff like that. You can do a lot of different stuff, but you basically have to know how to operate within the viewport to control it. So that's that kind of thing. So if you was utilizing this to bring in your bones from Make Human, then you can convert the bones by using the MMD Tools add-on, which I have right here. So I'm not going to show folks how to make that conversion, but basically this is the button that you're going to utilize here, and you have to be activated on the bones or the armature itself. So you have to be selecting the armature / highlighted on the armature, and then you should be able to convert the model. So those are the kind of things that you should be able to do. And let's see real quick if I can actually pull off something to that effect. Let's see, where is the bone structure? Let's see. So the bones currently are probably hidden. I'm going to do alternate H and bring up the bones and then select it. So let's see where we're at. Real quick. All right, I just selected the bones, so now I can convert the bones. See, if I click this tab or this button, convert model, it will literally convert the armature / bones into an MMD model bones. So that's what I'm covering here. So how to get this? This actual add-on was created by a developer known as Powroupi. And Powroupi, I don't know exactly who Powroupi is, but I would like to thank Powroupi for working on this actual add-on to get the conversion over to Blender 2.80 beta from Blender 2.79. So the previous version was, like I said, Blender 2.79, and it was made and created many years ago. Look at this. It shows about 6 years ago of work that was being done. This was the license back then, 6 years ago. So there was a lot of work that was done on it to get it to work with the Miku Miku dance characters and community. If y'all folks are not familiar, like I said, y'all could check in the videos description area. I'm gonna try to tie in and link y'all folks to everything that I'm talking about, so that way you can backtrack and find out different things. So why would anybody want this? I actually need it in order to create my characters, which are known as Wakaru characters, which I talk about in many different videos. I actually talked about it last year in 2018, like I would say around October, November time, coming towards the end, January, not January, but December time. And then after that, I actually ran into Blender 2.8 beta and its updates. So the most recent updates came out, and then I stopped my progress on using the MMD tools and trying to utilize Wakaru, because I was waiting for this actual add-on to come and to get upgraded, because I wanted to see how it would work on Blender 2.8. So now that Blender 2.8 has this add-on, it's going to be pretty powerful for those who also been waiting for it. If y'all folks are into using Wakaru, I'll show you Wakaru real quick. I don't have that much time. I have to go to work soon. But I'll put Wakaru and then put Steam. So it's in the Steam store for the Steam gaming engine. So this is Wakaru right here. And the idea behind it is to be able to utilize MMD models to create your own characters. So you create your own characters, and then you can get your characters to be animated using your webcam with Wakaru. And it's a pretty powerful thing that you can do. And I figured out the pipeline myself of customizing my own characters from scratch, or getting it from MakeHuman and then converting it into a Wakaru character through using the MMD Tools add-on. So once you get this MMD Tools add-on, you can pull off some screen magic and get this to work. The other part of the formula that is somewhat missing, that the average person would not know how or what to do to get this character to be fully compatible with the Wakaru character that's built into Steam and through Unity. You're going to need Unity, obviously. Some people may not know that from the jump. Unity is a gaming engine. You're going to need that. So in order to make all that work, you need what is known as screen shape keys. Not screen, it's known as shape keys. So you're going to need the shape keys in order to do all that stuff, and it's not the easiest thing. Hey baby, how you doing? So now that this tool is up and running, it's going to be really, really powerful on what you can do with it. And I'm really excited. And hopefully this live stream doesn't end at this point. It doesn't cut off, because my computer, like I said, my computer is kind of messed up. So I got to get that running. I'm going to have to like upgrade this computer or get a brand new computer. So how to get it? Basically what you got to do, you come over here to this GitHub link, and I put the link actually in the live stream. So you should see it as as part of the title. I put it somewhere in the title for this live stream. So you can go to the title area, or not the title, the description area, and you can click the link from there to get to this GitHub location. When you go there, you're going to click right here where it says clone or download. You click that, and then you're going to click download zip. When you do that, you can save it. After you save it, it's going to become a zip folder on your computer. So you go to your download section, you open up the zip folder, and from the zip folder, it's going to say blender underscore mmd underscore tools underscore dev underscore text or test, actually dash dev underscore test. So what you want to do is extract it, which is kind of odd, because when you're doing Blender add-ons, generally you're not going to extract the zip folder that you get from GitHub. You're generally just going to merge it onto your add-ons from Blender through the Blender preferences for Blender 2.8. So instead, what you got to do is open it. So or extract it. You go to extract all, and when you do that, I'll show you the folder that shows up. So we're going to go where I placed it at. I placed mine in my Blender add-ons subfolder that I created a while back, and this is what it's going to look like: blender underscore mmd underscore tools underscore dev or dash dev_test. So you double click and go into it, and then there's another folder, and you double click and go into that one. So you're going to notice you have all of this here. Now what I did is I created a zip folder for the MMD_tools folder that's into it, that's basically in it. So what I had to do is right click, go to send to, and then you're going to go to compressed zip folder. When you do that, it creates a compressed zip folder, and that's pretty much how you set it up for Blender. I don't know why it didn't come as a compressed zip folder within this one, or why the developer didn't just send this folder, but pretty much you got to go through all these flaming hoops, jumping through these different ways and methods to do it, to get this set up as a zip folder, because it won't basically add directly to Blender's add-ons as an unzip folder. So you have to zip this one. So you unzip the first one, then you jump into this one and zip this one. And then once you got that zipped, you go to your Blender add-ons here, and it's going to show up like this: object, and then it's going to say MMD_tools. So how to get this working in terms of to get it on your add-ons, you just click install. Say it wasn't here yet, and you have a whole bunch of other add-ons showing. You just click install, and then you're going to look through that folder that you sent it to. So yours is probably going to be in your downloads folder. Mine is in Blender add-ons folder. So I highly recommend for y'all folks to create a folder on your PC known as Blender add-ons, and then every time you get an add-on, send it there. That's what I recommend, so it's easier to track it and easier to know where your content is wherever you organize that on your computer. So mine is here, and you're gonna bypass all these folders that you see. You see it shows folders here. These are not zip folders, these are just folders. You're gonna look for the .zip. That's these here. And I got 5 minutes left. I just got a warning, an alarm. So I got 5 minutes left on this live stream. But pretty much you're going to look for this one here that says Blender_MMD Tools _. Actually, no, that's not the one. Sorry about that. So this isn't the one. This is the actual zip folder that I had to unzip. So it's MMD Tools. That's what it is. So MMD_tools.zip. So don't get those confused. If you try this one, it won't work. The first one that was zipped that you had to extract, it won't work if you try it. I already tried it and it doesn't. So that's why you have to go in and get this one to work. When you click it, it's just basically going to highlight up here or show up here, MMD_tools.zip, and then you click install add-on from file. And that's basically how you get it on. Once you're done that, it will show up over here, and you have to hit this little box and click the check mark, or put a check mark in a little box. Tiny box to the left of the title, and then it should be working on Blender 2.8. So once you get it working, actually you have to click Save Preferences, so that way it will initiate and activate fully. Then go back to your Blender, and you'll notice that it's going to be a new tab over here near your View tab. You're going to have an MMD tab. So once you get that MMD tab, now you can play around and start to convert the model, bones and all that stuff. You can actually create a model too. I never tried that before. I never did this convert materials for cycles. All I needed was convert model. So if I click convert model, his armature is going to turn, I think, purple. It might turn a different color, and it will no longer be functional as an FBX type bone structure, or I won't be able to utilize it to convert to FBX. If I wanted to go to like Mixamo.com or something like that, it won't be used for that. It will only be able to be compatible to MMD. Miko Miko Dance. For those who don't know what MMD is, look it up, type it into Google. It would behoove you to try to find out about it, because it's really something interesting and something powerful in a file format that you're going to need as a 3D model if you want to play around with Wakaru, because Wakaru was built for the MMD community pretty much, and it targeted the MMD community, I believe, in terms of the developers who created it, because they use MMD models to do the customization for this characters here. So actually, Wakaru only has one character, and I believe they did that on purpose to gear people in the community, in the 3D arena, who want to create their own characters for it. So yeah, it's pretty powerful, and I think it's going to be something that's going to change the face of doing 3D as a 3D modeler, or somebody who wants to play around and create and get into using maybe like as a VTuber, if you're into using your web camera and you want to animate your 3D models and have fun with making the mouth motion move and the head move and all of these different things. You can do that with Blender as well with using a mocap, but it's not that easy. With Wakaru is going to be pretty dope, I believe. Once I can get it to work, I'll show y'all folks the full pipeline from Blender, well, starting from Make Human, moving over to Blender, then getting it to Unity, and then moving it over to and pipelining it over to the Wakaru tool that's built into Steam. And other than that, I'm out of here. I got to see y'all folks later. I'll catch you in some other videos, live streams, or whatever, pre-recorded sessions. I really do appreciate y'all folks for showing up. Feel free to subscribe, hit the thumbs up if y'all folks want to tune in to my future videos or whatever, and to catch this series that I'm doing on Make Human for sure and Blender. And now it's going to be jumping back into Wakaru now that I got the tools working for Blender 2.8. But other than that, I'll see you next time. Peace.